All right. I thought we'd start the podcast like that this week before you whip out the pumpkin spice latte. Hold on, wait a minute, don't go there, because I ain't with it yet. We still got summer until September 22nd, so keep an eye on summer. Pumpkin scented stuff is great. I love the scent of pumpkin stuff. I'm as basic as it fucking gets. Like, don't let this fool you. I'm a basic bitch. Well, I'm basically just a bitch, but like I say, we have summer till September 22nd, y'all. So keep an eye on summer. It's episode 79. And I still have a vacation before all that stuff happens. So it's still going to be summer when I'm vacationing in Northern Ontario. But enough about vacationing. No time for vacation right now. Right now, it's time for another episode of your favorite podcast and mine, 21st Century Rocker Mom podcast with your host. That's me, Tanya Candler. Sometimes cantankerous host. Sometimes your hostess with the mostest. Sometimes, not so much. I got a Shirley Temple this week in Canada. Did you know? And I just learned this at this week o'clock. This is a Virgin Mary or whatever you call it, because it doesn't have any booze in it. And in the U.S., I did learn the difference between a U.S. Shirley Temple and a Canadian Shirley Temple. So Rob, my partner, at one time before he was like in the film industry, he bartended like a long time ago. He's like, a Shirley Temple. It's just like a lemon lime spritzer and, grenadine. I'm like, no, it's not. It has orange juice in it. My dad used to get them for me all the time at Kelsey's. And they have a maraschino cherry, and they'd have a pirate sword in them, and an umbrella, and fun decorations, and like a slice of orange or something, to jazz it up. And he's like, oh yeah, you totally jazz it up. It's just, And then he read on the internet, that's funny, that it's a Canadian thing to add orange juice or another juice that is orange, whether it's mango or whatever. I added mango to mine and grenadine, but I don't put pop in mine because I don't drink soda pop, like soda. So I drink soda water, bubbly water, not still, but a club soda. But I put in this, I threw in, there's grenadine, there is mango juice, so just a splash, and then lemon, pure just squeezed lemons, and then ginger water. So I boil water and then add a whole bunch of ginger and keep it make tea. I just ginger root and then just throw that in there so there's not a lot of sugar. The grenadine makes it really sweet, so I only put it in a little, just a half a dash. And it's a nice little fun drink. And it reminds me that it's still summer. So like you say, there's no time for vacation right now because this week's been a busy one. With everything really, like I say, ramping up with the grooming company and coming down the pipe. I didn't anticipate how busy I would be, but it's good busy. So it's happy busy. I'm busier than I thought that I would ever be, and the more that I imagined. But it's cool. I'm making a lot of things and I'm doing a lot of things physically, with my hands. So yeah, it's a lot. I'm a one-woman army. Well, what can I say? It's not a big deal, but it's cool. So the launch is coming up. So that's why obviously I need a vacation because like I say, it's been a lot of late nights. It's been a lot of all-nighters. It's been a lot of really early mornings, not getting a lot of sleep, going smell blind for a little bit because of smelling too much stuff. And then having to bury my face in coffee is the only thing because I had long haul COVID effects. Anyone who tells me that they haven't had fucking long haul COVID effects, I'm really happy for them. But I've had long haul COVID effects and I still use a puffer and I still once in a blue moon go smell blind and I can't smell for an entire day. And it's super frustrating. And I know people that are experiencing the long haul effects of COVID right now and it fucking blows for their life. And I seriously feel for them. So if you have experienced any, I don't want to bring COVID into this as I cough my ass off. Again, a long haul COVID, asthma, allergy season. We'll talk about suffering from allergies later. But like I say, I just keep going. I'm one of Santa's little elves in the workshops, especially in my workshop. Because I worked in, medicine before, so I'm really into sterility, I guess. I'm not really good with just like disinfecting like an area. I'm really like psychotic about sterilizing things and alcohol and using like Cavicide and things like that. So Cavicide is a spray that you can use to wipe down hard surfaces that kills everything from tuberculosis down. So tuberculosis is like the hardest disease to kill. It's like harder to kill than COVID. So Cavicide is a good thing to have around if you're trying to disinfect things. It comes in wipes, and I'll link them up where to get them on my site. If you're disinfecting your shop, if you're making oils and you're making grooming products and stuff too, 91%, alcohol will do it as well, and sterilizing all your materials. But also, Cavicide is a person's best friend. Kills everything. And again, safe for humans, because obviously I used it in medicine and dentistry, and super good. So, like I say, like Santa's little elves, I'm just like working my little ass off, putting elf stuff on the shelf and getting things ready. And then it reminds me of, like Santa Claus, and just like elves that don't really get paid. They get paid in cookies. And that's like me too. I kind of get paid in cookies. But I look at the end point, and I don't really think about like, I got to get paid. I look at the end point that this is almost like my dad, kind of like an extension of my dad, kind of talking to me, through me, whatever, pushing me to kind of do stuff and do better. And these are my reading glasses. And like, if you've seen pictures of my dad, like I put them on my Instagram and things like that. He is like the original bearded, like badass. It was like work hard now and then reap the benefits of it later. And he did. He worked his fucking ass off his whole like life. And he reaped the benefits, he was his sailboat captain. The captain, like I will say, major captain. He got a beautiful boat, beautiful things. He had a great life while he was here. So I can celebrate that. And so, like I say, he would say, work hard and smart right now. Just do it now. And he's definitely a perfect example of why you should do things right now. And like I say, he is the original bearded badass. And if you've seen pictures of my dad, like I say, I post them on Instagram. He had a big, like a white beard that he always like really took care of. And where he lived, the kids all thought he was Santa Claus because my dad would wear red a lot. Like blue looked stunning on my dad, but he would wear red a lot. And he'd go around town. And I remember one specific time, this was like before COVID. So before people were like wearing masks and staying away from each other, they were embracing each other a little bit more. And so my dad, just being my dad, because he was a sweetie, he was just like, well, it's the holiday season, Tanya. So, he really wasn't, I wouldn't say he celebrated a Christian faith. My dad believed in science. My dad was more an atheist, I would say. And my dad, he said, it's the holiday season. It's the holiday season. So whoop-de-doo and dickory-dock. And my dad was carrying around candy canes in his pocket to give out to little kids because they thought he was Santa Claus, because he said, Santa Claus comes to Godrich for the summer to dock his boat here, and this is where I take my vacation and stuff like that. And and the moms and the dads would play along, and they thought it was great, right? And I'm just like, Dad, he's like, what? You can't give candy to little kids that you don't know. He's like, why? I'm like, well, number one, it's not like the 70s anymore. Be like, here, what I mean? Fuck. Oh my God. And he didn't understand like why it was inappropriate. He just thought he was doing a good thing, giving out candy canes to little kids. And I'm like, Dad, it's super inappropriate. And he's just like, oh. I'm like, it crosses a line, unfortunately. I'm like, I wish that it fucking didn't. I wish it was like Halloween, we can just give out candy at the door or whatever. That doesn't cross a line. Someone who looks like Santa Claus can't give little kids candy canes. He's not giving them poison. Holy smokes. Anyways, he was trying to do a good thing. But I had to unfortunately inform him that some parents are going to be like, hey, weird bearded man who thinks he's Santa Claus, please don't give weird candy to my children. Like, you know what I mean? There are some parents who would not appreciate it, you know what I mean? But I know my dad had good intentions, but when I had to like break him the news that he couldn't give out candy canes anymore, he was kind of like definitely bummed, because I think he like really liked it, and he loved like dressing in red and wearing a Santa hat all around, like to the grocery store, and like making other people happy. And that's what really pushed me to go with the grooming company, because my dad like endlessly like talked about his beard and took care of his beard and things like that. And we talked about beard products, and I'll get into that later. And he pushed me to do the things that I wanted to do and dream bigger and be better than I thought that I could be. Like when I thought I couldn't do anything, like I say with Kitty, he was just like, yeah, go on tour, like have fun. I mean, and things, you know, blew up big with Kitty. I thought I couldn't do it with, you know, dentistry and dental school and stuff like that. And I graduated the top of my class, you know what I mean, as like the valedictorian. So he always pushed. My mom pushed too. She's just like, just keep going. So like I say, so innocent and so amazing. And I've been mixing a scent oil for my dad, which has been like probably one of the most difficult things I've had to do, because like the kids have been like walking around the house being like, whoa, like it really smells like grandpa. Like, and it does smell like my dad, which is like fucking crazy. And my dad had the nicest smell about him of anyone that I've ever met. And it was just a combination of things he used. And I'm not going to say what they are because it's in the scent profile of the one that I'm going to do for the captain. So, you know, he would say to, you know, go for your dream, Tanya, and then go 100 miles further, you know, than that, because he went for his dream many times. He'd sail, you know, 100 miles further. So I'm going with the captain on this one. And, like I say, he would tell me like what he would do. He was a carpenter by trade. He was a carpenter, and he was also, like I say, a captain. He had a big operation of a boat. His boats kept getting bigger as he kept getting boats. So each one was like a level up from the next boat. It was like beginner and then intermediate and then expert, like, you know, or like, you know, whatever the order is in boat video games. But I thought, you know, let's make the best friggin' products that we can, and make the best products, make the products that you're proud of, make products that you can get behind and that you're happy with. And I think that you need to live your truth. And if your truth is that your product is the best product out there, then go ahead and stand behind it. And if it is, then other people will stand behind it too, and that'll be cool. Now, I heard something funny, like on I don't know what it was. Someone was talking about standing behind their products, and they said, you know, it might not be the truth, but it's my truth. That's always funny. So living your truth is good to a point where it gets almost, it's good to the point before it gets egotistical, I will say. It's good till it gets to that point where you live your truth so hard that you're really living your truth, and you're like hurting other people. Conviction and having conviction is one thing, and being like confident is great, but being an arrogant fucking pig is another thing. I have to read this because I had to write so much down when you guys got at me about when I asked a question about summer crushes. Because I mean, like, the summer always reminds me of having like a summer crush where you like, you know, did you only have a crush like for the summer, or someone that you only dated for the summer? And I've had like, you know, boys that I've only dated, or people that I've only dated for the summer, and it's only lasted that summer. Like, I only dated this one guy this summer one time a long time ago. I was like in my 20s. Ooh. And I only dated him because he had a pool and it was a really hot summer and I was single. So I was like, let's date. But then he turned out to be like a really bad alcoholic. So I'm just like, who drinks a 26er of whiskey with a spaghetti dinner? I was like, okay, you got a problem. I can't do that. So no, but I'm saying, did you ever have a crush just for the summer? And do you remember your first crush? And now, you know, I will show you mine, and you showed me yours. So I'm not going to mention any of y'all names. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not throwing anybody. No one's going under the bus, because I mean, I'm going under the bus because my first crush that I can remember, like clear as a bell. And I'm going to give you more first crushes of mine too, because my crushes are funny and weird. But like, mine was Launchpad McQuack. Launchpad McQuack from fucking DuckTales. My first crush was a cartoon pelican. I know he had a really big bill and everything, but fuck. But you know what? Here's the thing. A few of you other folks got at me, and some of your first crushes were either cartoons or something that involved like children's television. Like 123 Sesame Street. Like, we're going to talk about this. I asked all you to show me yours, and you did. And Launchpad McQuack, let's say just Disney afternoons were less than wholesome for me. But some of you also like toon porn, so shame on you. I'm just kidding. There's no shame in here. I'm not gonna shame any of you because I think they're all fun. I'm not gonna share your names, but of course, I'm going to leave you Toonie Terrors for last, the ones that like cartoons like me. We had some real good ones. We had some really good ones. We have Dean Martin, that came in. Dino from, Dean Martin's a crooner, so I see that, like that really smooth voice. That's amore. Terry Fox, I can totally see that. Like, totally, Terry Fox is like a hero of Canada. He should be on like every stamp and like currency. Late 90s, Tarja Turunen from, that Finnish metal singer from Nightwish. It wasn't Nightfall. It was Nightwish. And like late 90s, so that kind of like almost new metal Finnish metal look. She was cute then. April O'Neil. Now, I got April O'Neil and I didn't clarify who sent it in to me. Was it April O'Neil in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the cartoon, or like in real life, like in the movie, like in which April O'Neil? We'll talk. I know we will. The Olsen twins, you got it, dude. Like, obviously not when they were children, but the Olsen twins. Sometimes you got to double down with the sister switch, I guess. Yeah, man. Michelle Mabel, so many votes for Johnny Depp. So many votes. Like, I don't know, as Jack Sparrow, as Edward Scissorhands, do you like your Johnny Depp straight up? How do you like your Johnny Depp? Do you like him extra crispy or original recipe? Like, no votes for Amber Heard in a surprising twist of things. She's just gonna poop on your pillow. Now, Amber Heard wanted to play Charlie in the Chocolate Factory in real life with Johnny Depp. And she just wanted him to be Charlie, and she just figured she was gonna be the Chocolate Factory. I mean, he was already Willy Wonka. Yikes. But like I say, no votes for Amber Heard. Turd. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. Who didn't love the Wonder Years? Winnie Cooper. That one I got like 3 times from 3 different gentlemen friends of mine. Everybody loved them some Winnie Cooper. Even I thought Winnie Cooper was cute because she had those like major like puppy dog eyes. But I totally had a crush on like one of Karen, so Kevin Arnold's older sister's like boyfriends. I can't remember who played him. It was probably like, oh fuck. Oh God, I can't remember who it was. I'm going to get a picture of him. I'm going to put it on my Instagram. I'm going to put it in my stories because it's going to be funny as shit. Oh my God. But like, yeah, I definitely loved any older boyfriends of Karen's on that show. Wayne was an asshole. Like, Wayne was always an asshole. Kevin was like too young for me. I always had crushes on older boys. Surprise. Lucy Liu. We got Lucy Liu. Lucy Liu, Charlie's Angels, baby. I wouldn't say no. We got Christina Applegate, but Christina Applegate as Kelly Bundy. So like Christina Applegate is, beautiful in her own right. And then Christina Applegate as Kelly Bundy. I remember her as Kelly Bundy. She was so funny and that. And like this week I had to explain the word bimbo. So Kelly Bundy came up and it was a hilarious conversation that I will not get into. Oh my God. Fuck you, YouTube. I'm going to say that right now. I deleted it from the television. Sue Ellen Crandall from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Not only do I love that movie, but yeah, that character totally. She was like a sex pot sort of character. So like, I know the boys loved her. I got like 2 votes for her. I got Christina Ricci. A lot of people like Christina Ricci. A lot of people still like Christina Ricci. She's really good. She's a great actress. She's very versatile, I will say, Christina Ricci. I got Tina Turner. God damn, she's got the best legs in show business, so I can understand the crush on Tina Turner. Oh, girls with GEDs. The girls of Charlie Sheen. Oh, bless your heart. Somebody wrote in that their crushes, their crush was, their first crush they can remember was Kitty. Oh, bless your heart. Now you're making me blush. What lineup? What lineup did you like the best? What was your crush? What lineup did you have a crush on? Not that it's going to matter to me, but I want to know. I want to know. That's so funny. It's so cute. Bless you. Ugh. Lance Bass. Lance Bass. I don't know if he's named after a fish or a guitar. I'm not sure. Like I say, Nev Campbell, Party of Five, The Craft, Bill Nye, Devon Sawa, Kim Wilde. We're the kids in America. Whoa, we're the kids in America. Kim Wilde. Everybody knows Kim Wilde. Come on. Now, I started asking Rob about some of his crushes. And he was like, oh my God, Leah Thompson as Beverly in Howard the Duck. And then we started getting into more cartoons and puppets. And he's like, okay. I had a friend say Foxy Fox, like Robin Hood as the fox in Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a fox in Robin Hood. And she said she thought he was attractive. And then she also had a crush on a mouse from a television show, but she can't remember what the show is. And I'm like, Tom and Jerry? She's like, no. I'm like, this show? No. This show? No. So I don't know what the show was, but a mouse, a cartoon mouse. Rob had Maria from Sesame Street. And it's funny because I was I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh because I was like, oh, when Gina moved into Sesame Street, I remember that. I'm talking way back. I'm dating myself here. I kind of wanted to go bike riding with her. And then I had another friend write in and say that they had a crush on, don't think I'm weird, but I had a crush on Carlos from Sesame Street. I'm like, no, I don't think that this is weird at all. My first crush was a goddamn fucking pelican. So Rob also mentioned Jessica Rabbit and stuff like that. And Kim Basinger in Cool World, so as a cartoon, but Kim Basinger is Vicky Vale in Batman. So lots of stuff. Sesame Street, there was something about that show that was so calming that I liked so much that the people on it, I mean, I don't know if I ever had crushes on anyone on Sesame Street. I'm trying to think. Do 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 do. Nope, no Sesame Street crushes. No, it's not happening. But my dude crushes, when I had crushes on men, they were always mature men. For instance, I don't know why I want to tell you this. Philip Seymour Hoffman. I'm laughing as I tell you how older men. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Richard Dreyfuss, Robin Williams, I don't know, the singer from The Loving Spoonful. I had some older man crushes. What can I say? Probably some of the Beach Boys, all the Beatles, all different crushes. My lady crushes were always girls in bands. So Courtney Love, the girls in Veruca Salt, I had crushes on them. Yes, I said girl crushes. Like I say, variety is the spice of life, and so is liquidity. Speaking of spice, my favorite Spice Girl, I like the Spice Girls a lot. I definitely had some crushes on the Spice Girls, and my favorite Spice Girl was Jerry, obviously. I like that red hair, but gingers are probably one of my favorite things. I love that red hair. I love that red hair! What can I say? So, like I say, Ginger Spice Jerry is my favorite Spice Girl. For the record, I'm just putting that on the record. Oh my God, summer things. More summer things listening to the Spice Girls and doing Spice Girl dances outside. Allergies. Oh my God. Because I posted in my stories of me going, fuck! Just yelling the F word as loud as I could because of my allergies. And you can hear they're not awesome, but I can't take allergy medication. Number one, it dries my throat up, so I won't take it. But number two, it makes me hallucinate and see flowers and stuff. So that's not fun for me or anyone else in the world. And they also make me irrationally angry. So I'll take like an allergy pill, and like half an hour when it kicks in, my allergies will kick off, and then I'll be in a bad mood. I'm like, how did that happen? I don't like allergy pills, so I don't take them. I take like raw honey, which works, like raw local honey. So it's like from bees that live around you, but bees are getting scarcer and scarcer, unfortunately. I'm ready to spice it up with a trip to the lake the third-ish week of September. Like I say, because like I'm taking some time off before that as well. Like, because with the company launching, like it's a lot. And before that, I'm planting a tree for my dad. We have a memorial coming up for my dad. And we're planting a tree like in his honor. And I'm going to say some words for my dad. You know, maybe things I didn't get to say. Things that, I want to say. Ways to remember my dad. So that's coming up. So I'm going to need to take some time off around that time. So I think planting a tree is good. And, but this is definitely probably going to be like one of the hardest goodbyes of my life, I think. So I do not think I'm ready for it, but we just do things that we're not ready for. We just jump in 2 feet. So I'm going to do that. Now, my dad had a beard oil of his dreams, like I will say. And he also had like the beard of everyone's dreams, like I have to say. Like his beard was gigantic and soft, like a fluffy cloud. Like seriously, he washed it with like an Aveeno baby soap wash to keep it really, 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 really soft, because it wouldn't strip your beard of the moisture. He loved it. And sometimes he'd put lotion in his beard. I'm not going to lie. People have seen the photos. So I made his beard oil. I made the beard oil of his dreams. And like I say, it's definitely the hardest oil. And so it's going to come in a beard oil. It's also going to come in all the other lines as well. So it'll come in a hair oil. It'll come in a few other lines, because I don't want to tell you what all the lines are right now, but it will come in a lot of the lines. And then like, things will go live. But like I say, it's immensely difficult, and it smells now like he's around like even more. So before it's like I felt him kind of around and like giving me a push here and there and stuff like that now, but now it smells like he's around, and the kids say, they acknowledge it. Smells like Grandpa's around, and Rob's like, wow, that really smells like your dad. So I'm proud of it. I know he'd be proud of it, and it'll be part of the regular lineup. Now, he was a captain and a carpenter. So get ready, like really, for one that'll be part of the signature line. It's not going anywhere. It's not a limited edition. The one that is my dad's oil will be part of all the lines at all times, because I think it's a banger of a scent, and so does everyone else that I've talked to about it and that has smelled it. It's really like my dad in a bottle. Now, speaking also of people in a bottle, Paper Doll smells amazeballs. Like, it smells amazing. It literally smells like me in the 90s. It's fucking crazy. I was a bad girl in the 90s, but it smells like me in the 90s. And I'm really excited that I got to capture it in a scent, and I'm going to get to share it with all of you. And so you're going to have that little, that's going to be part of a fun lineup. And then you'll see like lineup changes and like limited edition oils and scents and different things come out, and you'll see a few things coming that are different from me, that are maybe something you wouldn't see every day. Speaking of lineups, I will say that I'm seeing a lot of lineups like changing, like of bands and stuff like that, and like tour canceling, all because of trigger warning, like big trigger warning right now, like sexual assault allegations, grooming allegations, and not even some of these are like not even allegations. Some of these are like true. Like they happened. Rape, sexual torture, all kinds of things. I see that Arcade Fire is under fire for sexual misconduct, definitely. And it's not been like, this is just like the news I've been reading this week. And it just comes up. And then I see Neurosis come up, who is a band that I'm very well aware of, like a metal band, and a member of their band being extremely, coming out like with kind of And I will quote one of my good friends very, candidly and say, it was a really ingenuous post about, hey, I beat my wife and I beat my kids and I abused them. So I'm like working on like not doing that. So like, I'm going to like retire from music forever. And like Neurosis as a band, as the rest of the band, what do? They actually stood by the victim. So instead of victim blaming and victim shaming and all the, the things, calling the wife and kid names and stuff like that, they stood by the wife and the child, and they kind of said they can't believe that someone that they called like their brother would do something so fucking horrific. And like, if you read about it, it's like a fucking horror story. So literally, trigger warning, it's very violent. No matter what industry you work in, it doesn't matter if it's the entertainment industry, it doesn't matter if you're a teacher or a post person who delivers the post. It doesn't matter if you are a server at a restaurant. It doesn't matter what vocation you are in. This stuff still goes on. And it's going on like everywhere. And it goes on reported, and it falls upon no ears because people just don't give a plain shit. Or people just don't report it because when they do report it, fucking nothing happens. So why report it is like the big thing. And I know that it's been happening since like literally the dawn of the dawn. Not even the dawn of time. It's been fucking happening since forever. I remember working at like a dental office where like the dentist, like the male dentist, would always like slap me on the ass with a chart and be like, hey, Tanya, it's time to go. We got a patient. Like, and that was just like the way it was. Like, it wasn't like it is now. It was like super misogynistic. And it hasn't just been misogyny that's been the problem. But like, why? Like, why is this happening? Why haven't we evolved as fucking human beings? Like, literally, not even, I'm saying that this is not about men. This is not a gender thing, especially when we look at things like, like rape culture, because of course we've looked at that all week, and like victim shaming and victim blaming, and it's still going on, being like, being part of the problem, being like, well, you were dressed like that. So like, I said I had to explain bimbo earlier, like this week. And like, how do you explain the word like bimbo and what the connotation means without like perpetuating rape culture? That's a tough one. But with the kind of gal I am, I can explain it without perpetuating something crappy like that. But like I say, it's not only happening in the gender world, man, like these great divides. It's happening in the racial world, in the cultural world. It's happening everywhere. They're just great divides. And there's lots of lines that people are drawing in the sand, like lots and lots of lines that people are drawing in the sand. And it's fucked up. And I think if it was easy as, smashing pumpkins, smashing the patriarchy, Tanya Candler, and the infinite load of bullshit, it's just not as easy as like smashing just like the patriarchy only. It's smashing bullshit. It's what you have to smash. It's smashing like the hate and the racism and the fascism and like the inequality and the bullshit between people, and having to actually like band together and form a good like alliance with people and humans that want to lift you up instead of tear you down. And so I think it's a good idea to realize that we have a human problem, a major human problem, and we need to band together and be better fucking human beings, like way better human beings. And the more like, I just see so many like disgraceful things that I'm just like, ugh, you can disagree on really light issues. I will say, like, on light issues, go ahead and disagree on light issues. But if your core values don't line up and your social situations don't line up, then just don't go there, man. Don't be friends. It's just not a good idea. If your core belief systems are not the same, you're just gonna get in an argument and it's gonna end badly. I will say that. But here's the thing. If you like a person because they're really cool and they're really nice and they're just like a good human being, support them. So like, for instance, this like happens to me all the time where I'll have someone who is like a reviewer or a follower, and they'll be working with like a company or a person or someone who like shits directly on me and they know nothing about me. But like the person like does. And so I'll go and I'll like their video or I'll like their post or I'll like whatever. And then they'll be like, wow, you know, I think they think you like my video. It's not that I like the person. It doesn't matter what they're reviewing or what they're looking at or what they're unboxing or unbottling or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not the company that crapped on me. It's the person that's their personality that I like. And I want to support them and I want to support that. So I don't want to let hate that's coming at me affect people that I like and the people that, because I don't want to like have any secret friends. The friends that I have, everybody knows who they are. Everybody knows who I like. Everybody knows who I don't like. It's easy. And why do I not like people? Why do I not like some people? Because like I say, we don't have the same core values. It just doesn't work. I don't like them. And I mean, they do shit on me directly. So that's again. Do I hate the followers? Do I hate the friend? Do I hate the reviewer though? No. I don't hate on them because they like another like company that craps directly on me, because they're still good to me. And a lot of times they like promote my shit too. So good on them. So I will continue to like and engage with their content. Like I say, that's how you support people and that's how a community works. And I'm not afraid who's going to see, like, if I liked a post or if I commented on something. I really don't give a fuck who sees what I comment on or what I like, because it really doesn't fucking matter. It's just going out there in the ether. Be real. Like I say, be real. Wave to your haters. Wave to your haters always. Show who you are. Show them who you actually are. Be real, man. Like, be yourself. Why the fuck not? Now, back to summer. Back to summer. I use this term. It's like a word that I use all the time. The term summer punk. I don't know if you've ever heard it. I use it all the time. A summer punk is somebody who's just like a poser. Like, who is punk, like, because it's cool over the summer. And then you get back in September and you get back to class and you get back and you see them on the first day of school and they're in like a sweater that their grandma knit for them. So someone was asking me, what does summer punk mean? You use the term summer punk a lot, Tanya. What does that mean? What's a summer punk? So that's what a summer punk is. It's a fucking poser. They show up, like I say, looking like their grandma knit them a sweater because they're back to school to prove to dad that I'm not a fool. We got that this week. I got my lunch, my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. And I'll tell you one thing, O'Doyle does not rule. You know what, O'Doyle? I'll tell you one thing, O'Doyle. I got a feeling your whole family's going down. Oh God, O'Doyle. I'll tell you, I got in touch with my 12-year-old side this week while burning cigars and smelling tobaccos for a Twin Peaks scent that I'm doing. Ben Horn, eat your fucking heart out. And I was burning tobaccos and I was reading on the internet about something about blue angels. And it's like where you like light your fart on fire. And I was watching things. I had a lot of time on my hands to watch like videos this week. So I watched a lot of things, ridiculous things, but like jackass things, lighting your farts on fire. So I was like, I wonder. So I tried it. I lit a fart on fire. I lit my butt on fire. Like I lit my whole ass on fire. Like, and I didn't do it once. I did it twice. I'm so glad my kids weren't around to see this because they'd just be like, oh my God, I'm going to put it out with a squirt gun. But like, I lit my butt on fire. Like my pants like went up and I was just like, oh, like I couldn't believe it. Like, I don't know if it was like, I'd never done it before. Cause I was like, this doesn't work. This is bullshit. I was like, this does not work. This will not work. And you know me, I got to try anything for science. So I did. And I lit my ass on fire. My whole pants. Fucking amazing. Ridiculous. You know, I do these things alone so my kids can't see because I realize that I'm one of them. I'm definitely one of my kids. If my kids had a lighter, they totally light their farts on fire. But my kids don't have a lighter and they have no access to any fire whatsoever because fuck that. I've been pounding out lots of summer tunes with the kids, and like I obviously like the Beach Boys, and we've been listening to like a lot of girl bands and like 50s stuff, but like listening to like the Beach Boys, and we're listening to this song called "Do It Again," and one of the lyrics in the song is, "It's automatic when I talk with old friends," and it was talking about how, you know, when they get back together with their friends, it doesn't matter how long they haven't seen each other in or how long they haven't been around each other in, they always just click back in place. And it is automatic when I talk with old friends. And I was talking with one of my old friends this week, and we were talking about science, and things just click when we talk. They were rapping on about the old days and what's happening now, and people that like we grew up with and kind of turned into like conspiracy theorists. And I had sent her a YouTube video about a podcast that I had watched with someone who said that they got vaccinated and then they lost their hair. Now, has this happened to, because I'm like triple vaccinated, I have not lost any of my hair, but I'm like seriously interested. Has this happened to anyone like that I know? I'm seriously asking for science. This is like the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. I've never heard any like about vaccine. I've heard about like myocarditis and like the big side effects that you can get from vaccines and stuff. I didn't have any of that stuff. I felt like tired for like a day. Like I got a great immune system, whatever. So what I'm like three vaccines in now. I'm going to get my fourth one or whatever, my booster shot or whatever for the fall. And people are talking about being vaccine injured and losing their hair. I'm just like, well, that's creepy. So everyone I know has had a vaccine, and so I've talked to a lot of my friends about this. I'm like, did you lose your hair? No. So anyways, so I was like sending this to one of my friends, and they were just like, wow, I can't believe this happened to someone we know. That's cray. But it's just like, this person is now on the internet saying they lost their hair, and it's one person, but that's like spreading their information, but it might be disinformation. Who knows? Maybe it's like a really tinfoil hatty thing, because they do talk a lot about like freedom marches and stuff like that. And like, you've got your freedom. You don't have to be vaccinated. It doesn't matter. You don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to. Like, do whatever you like. Kind of weird. So, you know, I've never heard of losing your hair from any vaccine. So I want to know if it's happened to any of you. I'm serious. If it has, send me a DM. No names mentioned. Seriously. I am seriously asking for a friend of a friend who's wearing a tinfoil hat. It's fucking cray. I want to know if it's happened to anyone. Like, did you lose your beard? Like, did any of your beard fall out? Like, for any of my bearded listeners, like, seriously, that are vaccinated, did any of it fall out? I want to know. It's a long weekend. So all I've had to do is just consume unlimited amounts of media in different capacities, books, YouTube videos, movies, records, the Apple Music, all the things, you know what I mean? More filming for Heavy Metal Hippie Kitchen has been like super fun. 2 more episodes of that are coming down the pipe. And now, oh my gosh, beer reviews, because I found a craft beer place, actually, that is out of Montreal, Quebec. They are called the Sober Carpenter. And my dad was a sober carpenter. He was, I mean, like I say, he was a captain, but he was a carpenter by trade. So I saw this Sober Carpenter beer, and I was like, I need to have this. And it's de-alcoholized beer, but it's craft beer. So it's like from a microbrewery in Quebec, in Montreal, Quebec. So I was like, awesome, I need to have this. I'm so excited for this. So I'm gonna chill those beers. It's a long weekend. I'm gonna have a fun beer video for you on YouTube. I got 2 or 3 more recipes coming down the pipe that are going to be with Heavy Metal Hippie Kitchen while I'm filming that. Recipes will be up, like I say, they'll be hooked up with Patreon. When I launch the grooming company, I'll launch the Patreon as well. All of it's going to kind of be connected. You'll see what I mean when I launch it. This weekend, I went apple picking with the Fam Jam in a heritage apple orchard. This apple orchard is like literally overgrown and forgotten. No one even knows that it's there. And it would literally be left to rot there's like lots of animals that can get the apples that are on the ground, and lots of bugs, and there's lots of like abundance of like apples for them, but there's stuff on the tree that we've forgotten about. So we got tons of apples. So I'm making like apple butters and apple this and apple that and apple jacks and apple pancakes and apple fritters and apple everything all weekend because we have so many bloody fucking apples. And then the kids are like, can we go back? I'm like, we're like, it's really rainy right now. And I'm just like, not right in the rain, but like we can go back and get more apples. Oh my gosh. So now we're obsessed with apple picking. That we went pear picking too. So we got everything. Like Oma had pears in her tree. My mom has pears in her backyard. So pear picking happens. Lots of pears. But I'm excited for, like I say, this non-alcoholic craft beer review. I got some vegan Jamaican patties. Oh my God, I'm really excited for those because I have not had a Jamaican patty in ages because they're not vegan. So I got some. They're like ready in 15 minutes. They're frozen. I'm really excited. I'm going to have one probably, I don't know. We'll have one for a snack. We'll see what happens. It was National fucking Beard Day on Saturday. Happy National Beard Day on Saturday. If you missed it, you're going to celebrate it right now. So for all who celebrate, I hope it was great. How did you celebrate? All those people who have beards, all those people who love beards, all those people who are trying to grow a beard, people who just love furry faces in general, like pagonophiles. How did you celebrate National Beard Day? Happy Beard Day. Did you do anything crazy? Did you get drunk and get a tattoo? Ooh, did you get a tattoo? Oh my God, I saw some crazy tattoos of, there's nothing more cult-like, I would say, than mutilating your body for somebody else. Especially now that I've seen YouTube, like, what do you call them? Content creators, YouTube content creators, and people getting their logos tattooed on their bodies of the YouTube content creators. Now I saw one and it looked kind of like a penis with sunglasses on. So I don't know what that's all about. And 7 people already have this penis with sunglasses. And apparently 2 more want to get it. It's crazy. Now that is nothing is fucking cultier. Like that gives me Nexium like vibes. Like Keith Raniere. Look it up. Look it up. The guy branded people with his fucking initials. Branded people with his initials. What's next in the bearded cult? What's next? That's something. I'll be talking about that more this week. Like seriously, I freak out when people show me their kitty tattoos. I'm like, oh, you got that on your body forever? Like it freaks, it humbles me for sure, but it freaks me out. I'm just like, someone had a paper doll tattoo on them and I was like, wow, like it's a lot for me to take in. It's a lot. Like it's like I say, it humbles me, but it's a lot. It's on you forever. So what tattoo artist, and I will say, and I know a lot of self-respecting, really good tattoo artists in the city here. What tattoo artist would put a fucking zapper on you that looks like a thumb dick with sunglasses? It looks literally like a thumb dick. Like, like a thumb dick. Like someone who has a dick that looks like a thumb. We've all seen them, ladies and gents. We've all seen thumb dicks. But like I say, mutilating your body for a YouTuber? Are you serious? Woo! And the YouTuber being like, yeah, this is cool. God complex much? Hang on to your ego, but you know what? You're going to lose the fight. Oh my God, let go of your ego. I've seen a lot of ego lately. It's okay to let your ego die. Let that shit go like Elsa. Let it go. Let it go. Seriously, let it fucking go. Ugh. You'll be better off like being your true self and truly showing who you really are. Instead of like continually letting people follow you in a dogmatic manner. It's really strange. I don't know. I like I say, I don't know anyone who would put that on anyone or anyone who would get that unless you were like drunk and you're like, I'm going to like Daytona Beach. I'm going to get crazy and get drunk. And then you do get drunk and you get that tattoo on you. Oh, and so now that I've discussed, the monsters that live under your bed in the beard community and the bearded mafia, oh my gosh. Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Oh my God, Tony Soprano. No, actually, no, it's because I'm taking so much time off and I am a hard bitch to nail down sometimes. I get to live stream this week. I'm super excited to live stream with one of my favorite creators. I'm going to live stream this week with Jordan Cantillon Creations. You're going to see me and Jordan doing a live stream this Wednesday on his YouTube channel. It'll be Jordan Cantillon Creations. You'll see it in my stories. I'll put up a link. You'll be able to link us up there and you'll be able to chat and rap on with us about whatever we're rapping on. We're going to be talking the bearded truth. And we're going to be spitting some hard truths and some hard facts this Wednesday. And I'm so excited to see you. And I'm so excited to talk to you. I'm so excited to live stream with you. Because it's not very often that I live stream or I go live or do anything like that. It's just not something that I do often. Because it's, like I say, it's a time thing. But I think now is the time. And like I say, this is a special occasion. It was National Beard Day. And Jordan Cantillon is just an excellent human being. So we're going to just do a live stream together and I'm so excited to do it. I'm really excited to see you. So I hope I will see all of you there on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. It'll be fun. I hope you all show up and hang out with us on his channel for an episode of The Bearded Truth that you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be on his channel, not mine, on YouTube. So you're going to, if you tune into my channel, you're going to see nothing. But if you tune into his channel, just go to his channel, go to Jordan Cantillon Creations and just sub it. And then it'll just come up on your channel. You'll just see it when it comes up. Otherwise, I will put the link up. Word to your moms. I came to drop bombs. I got a bigger dick than the tat on your arm. That's what's going to happen. So we're going to be talking about that. You guys have been asking for makeup and hair tutorials and what I do and stuff like that. That's coming down the pipe as well. I just have been already done up, so I haven't had time to film it, but somebody's looking really pretty today. Somebody's looking really pretty today. Somebody's looking really pretty today. It's me. I'm just kidding. No, but like I say, so like that's coming up and that will be just like for free. But the company launch is coming, and with the company launch is also going to be a Patreon launch. That is going to be together, but not together. It's going to be linked in a way. You'll see. And so that's exciting. And getting naked in the lake and the hot tub is like coming up for me when I vacation up north, if it's not too nippy, but I mean, the hot tub won't be, but, we'll see. That'll be fun. It's going to be, like I say, fun. I think, working with all of you is going to be really cool, and working with the people that I'm working with right now is fun, and working with all of you more intimately is nice. It's nice to work, with you directly on, especially on what you want exactly in your hair oils and your grooming oils and your care oils and the things that you're using to take care of yourself. And it's nice to work with each and every one of you kind of individually, which is really cool. And I think it's nice because we're getting a little closer. And speaking of closer, when we talk about close and near and bringing people in closer and working closer together, we have to obviously bring in the world of balance and talk about distance and bringing people like far. And sometimes closing your circle, I will tell you, sometimes closing your circle and distancing yourself from things and people is good. Sometimes you got to do that. I'm not saying ghost somebody, because I've been ghosted. I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying sometimes closing your circle is really good. I myself have even closed my circle. I have seen lately people's true colors like really come out. I'm just like, And people, it's like, I supported them for like a good long time. And now I'm just like, I really don't want to support you. Because I can see where your true colors are really like. And they're not nice ones. Not nice. So going forward, if you see user not found, it's probably because you stabbed my ass in the back. So if you see that, you'll know who you are. Sometimes, like I say, you reach really, really, really hard and you reach out really hard to help someone. And then you kind of get like disrespected when like push comes to shove. And I'm just like, you know, that's not my style. So I will continue to help as one does with people who really need it, but I will be really leery of who I do help out in the future. I will say that for sure. You got to be careful. Got to look out for the big bad wolf. You got to look out for what you donate to, who you donate to, what it's going to. You got to be careful. And you should too. Make sure you know who you are contributing to and what it is going towards, and if it is going towards that. Like when you see like a raffle or something, is it going towards somebody's, let's see, somebody's fund to like buy them a new wheelchair? And then like you're collecting pop tabs, like let's say you're collecting pop tabs to buy someone a new wheelchair, and then you find out those pop tabs went to something else. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, and I've been collecting pop tabs all year for this, and now it's not going to go to this. Not cool. So sometimes my heart is like way bigger than my brain, and I'm like, I'll contribute to everything. But now I'm just going to be careful of what I contribute to. The stuff I've contributed to lately has been good causes and good people, and I've had good conversations with good people and good companies, good raffles. Like I say, I gave a $50 gift card away for when the company launches for a raffle for a gentleman in the bearded community who's having some family issues. And so like I say, when the beard company launches, use that, because then you'll get everything for cheap, and you can make it like if you want beard lines, you can get that stuff. If you want something for your wife, if you want something for your friend, if you want something for your kids, there'll be something for everybody. But when everything launches and the grooming company goes full stop and the beard line launches, get your stuff there. It'll be the cheapest way you can get them. You'll be able to get it and make it go the furthest. So I've been donating to things that I believe in, that are important to me. So that was one thing that was super important to me to donate to, and to see someone in the bearded community like really struggling, and another parent really struggling, and that hits me in the heart, right in the feels. And man, I got kids too, so you know what I mean. Anything I can do to help with families and kids, bring it on, man, bring it on. I'm gonna see y'all on Wednesday for the live stream on Jordan's channel. Now then I'm off, like I say, for a little vacation. I haven't decided yet if it's going to be a week or if it's going to be 2 weeks. I don't know how much time I'm going to need off with all this stuff coming down the pipe. And I'm like I say, I am a one-woman show. It's a lot of fucking work. So I'll say 1 week I'm like not going to be like actually here. Like 1 week I will be at the cottage. But then I'll say, what do I do the week after that? I have a show in between. We'll see what happens. We'll see what I can do. The company is launching. School's starting. I'll stick a beer review, like I say, up on my channel so you can see a beer review. And that'll be something in between. Who knows what else I'll stick up on my YouTube channel or a stream in between. Who knows what you'll get from me. You know me. I'll probably figure out a way to work on my fucking vacation like a little asshole. I'll probably figure out a way, because you know me, I'm like a shark. If I'm not moving, I'm dying. So I just always gotta be doing something. Oh, fuck. It's craziness. But I will say, no matter where I am, out in the middle of nowhere, in a cottage by the lake where like literally you can't make any noise. Shh. But you know where to find me. Like you'll find me on Instagram. I'll be on Instagram at 21st Century Rocker Mom. You can find me on TikTok at 21st Century Rocker Mom. That links up to my YouTube channel, which is just Tanya Candler channel. You can just sub that if you want. You can find me on Twitter, tweeting away, just at Tanya Candler. Tweet at me. That's always fun. And like I say, stream where you stream, wherever you do. I'm streaming everywhere. You can find me. Patreon is going to be up soon, as well as the Instagram site for the grooming company, and as well as the website will go live and everything like that. And then, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited. like I say, I want you to be good this week, you little rascals. Don't get up to any trouble. Be really good. Be super good this week. Be good to each other this week if you can. If you can't, I don't know, try to be less of an asshole. I don't know. I hope it's a good week ahead. I hope it's a good long weekend for everybody. It's Labor Day or Memorial Day. I don't know what it is. It's a long weekend. I'm sending love out to all of you. I love you. I'm sending prayers up. And T-Crest out.